Good morning, good morning. How are you guys? How is everyone? Good morning, Daisy. Good morning, Poe. Good morning, Jackie. How is everyone? So let's see where we are in the markets first before we start off. Let me just set everything up on this side. Lovely. Oh, looks like a proper accumulation happening in the Asia session. So let's start off looking at the daily chart. Dun, dun, dun. So still, still way too much liquidity being left on these highs. Whether it will be swept today, whether it will be swept next week, I have no idea. Right, this market is just leaving liquidity on the top side, a lot of liquidity, never-ending liquidity. It's like we don't know when is it going to be swept. Oh, by the way, you can see everything, right? Yeah, looks like that. So yeah, a lot of liquidity being left on the upside. You want the liquidity to be swept. Like, I think it will most likely be next week from the looks of it. It's like not able to go through that. But once that is gone through, we'll get an answer of what really needs to happen in the market. But till the time that liquidity is gone, I don't think we'll be making any moves as such. So yeah, liquidity to the upside on the daily chart. 4 hourly gap down open, a massive gap. I mean, not massive as such, but a big gap overall. Nothing to really see here apart from the gap. Nothing to keep your eyes on apart from the gap, in my opinion. All you can do is see what the market does here and react accordingly. We need that gap to be, that's the reaction you should be waiting for today. What happens once we go inside that gap? Do we get rejected? Do we get accepted? That's what you should be seeing on the 4 hourly as well. On the hourly, no fair value gaps to play from, none at all. No order blocks to play from. Yeah, there's no POI the market has left. There's nothing that the market has left that could give us an indication of where it wants to go. Now the best thing scenario you could see is that, okay, we go down, sweep some liquidity, start heading higher to take a punt. Other than that, maybe this small accumulation that has happened, this might be one of the ways in which we can get an entry. But I'll be very honest, this looks like more or less like a no trading day, where the market has basically given you nothing at all to play from. So yeah, if we start going lower, what I will be targeting is to see how do we react to London Q1 low, London Q1 high, Asia low. I'm not taking a trade in this inside of this range until and unless one of the liquidity has been swept. There's nothing to see inside of this range. Market is not giving you any indication of where it wants to go, what it wants to do. It's all consolidation. And yeah, this is the triangle I was drawing on the 1 hourly chart. So good consolidation. It is a triangular consolidation. It is an ascending triangle. So that's the good thing. So we know that, okay, there is a bullish formation happening, and we can make a decision on what the market does once we break out of this bullish accumulation. Looking at gold, beautiful candles in the last couple of days. Daily has now respected this fair value gap nicely. Nice bounce out of it. What you want to see on gold is, I think there's not going to be nothing apart from this fair value gap. That's what I was thinking. So a nice fair value gap on the 4 hourly. This should be more or less an acceleration gap on the hourly. So the acceleration gap on the hourly has left this to back-to-back fair value gaps. Target is clear. 42,334. I think this should be achieved easily. It's more about how do we enter this. Oh, looks like we can enter this. Okay. We are trading into the previous day high, so I just want to see how we react here before trying to think about an entry. So even though we know that so this is where it gets a bit complicated, not complicated to be honest, where you wait for confluences, right? even though we are trying to break above the previous day high, what you want to see here is whether the market can sustain that previous day high or not. Because if the market cannot sustain the previous day high, and let's say it closes over here and then gets rejected, there's no trade for you. So gold is looking good. Gold is looking bearish overall. That we have the targets on the upside, quite clear targets. Everything looks good from that perspective, but since we are at previous day high, you just want to see whether the market is able to sustain that or not. And how do you know if it's able to sustain? Let's say we break above and we leave a fair value gap here, then maybe there is a trade that you can take from here, keeping your stops underneath the order block that has swept previous day high, and then targeting 24 to 334 area. That might be a trade that you could basically think of. But as of now, you cannot take the sweep as a trade and just enter it straight away. That's not how things will work, and that's not really recommended as well, like in regards of how you want to trade these things. So let's wait and watch. Let's see what happens, what really happens here, and then we can make a decision. So this is the sort of trade I'll be looking on gold right now. Let me just type it down. So not in a trade yet, and yeah. So let's see, let's wait and watch. Any questions from anyone? Anything that they have been trying to find out in the last couple of days when I was not around and they want to ask, please feel free. So just waiting on gold to give me a confirmation, and NAS is, yeah, NAS might be, NAS, see, the more I see it, the more I feel it is just waiting for push, and once the push happens, either it will look something along these lines where we basically go down and then sweep that liquidity and then start heading higher. So something along these lines. If even this happens, I'm happy to take a long, but we just need to wait and watch. So gold. Okay, I'm gonna take a punt on gold. So just a small one. Just a feeler position. I'm not going in too big. Just a feeler position on gold, guys. So please make sure stops will be under this candle's low. So I'm not using that order block. I'm just taking a short under the basically a punt under this candle's low. MGC. Let's see. Let me put my stops in the right place. Okay, cool. And the entry is 4319. All right. I'll aim for 3R, just to be, just in a mood to trade 3R. So it's a 0.5R trade. 3R is what I'm targeting. So 4335.3 area. So let's see. If this one is stopped out, I'll take another one. What confirmation do you want? So I was just waiting for a fair value gap to form. So if we are forming a fair value gap on the 2 minutes chart after breaking out over the previous day high, there is a higher chance that we are basically just trying to push through. And since Arlie was showing me that there is a target up there, so that gives me confidence that, hey, it might want to head higher. So, but again, it's 0.5R because it's a kind of an early entry. It's not like a confirmed uptrend entry. It's a little early entry. So you want to give that a bit of respect by not, going in full position, just half position, just a feeler position. Or also it's Friday, so you don't really want to overexpose yourself. So yeah. So yeah, in the gold long, let's see what it does. Let's see how the market reacts. If the market gets rejected here, then that's completely fine. It will be a minus 0.5R loss, and I'll be happy to take another opportunity once I get one. Questions, guys. Anything you want to ask? Anything that's in your head you wanted to check? When it comes to NAS, I don't see anything. Nothing yet. For NAS, I think it's simple. Retest of these areas and then we'll see what happens. So NAS, once it gives me that indication, that's when I'll be able to jump in. How's the 5 minutes looking? Even the 5 minutes is about to leave a fair value gap, so that's also good. So stops are just under this candle, yeah? Just remember. So let me just move this here. 419, yeah. So just under this candle's low. Alright, alright, alright. So look at NAS quickly. Yeah, the reason I feel that NAS might not be, pushing higher for that previous week high today is that then we'll have equal highs on daily as on the weekly as well, which will basically become a source of liquidity for next week. So it would be good to see NAS not do that today, like stay below that today, and then next week start pushing there early. That kind of flow of early push next week will give us more of a confirmed bias for next week and the week onwards of being bullish. But if it sweeps it today, then next week we'll have to think about our bias again. And for gold, like if it pushes, I think it will at least try to go to this 200% of the 1 hourly chart before making any other move. So it could very well start pushing higher towards the 400%. Maybe just come down lower into this 1 hourly fair value gap somehow, stop us out, and maybe those things can happen, right? We don't say that those things will not happen. There are still 2 back-to-back fair value gaps being formed. Still 45 minutes to go, and a lot of this candle to be formed. But if you will see, there is still these 2 are still forming, which will put us in line of this area. So it could very well stop us out and then push higher. That's fine. I'll take another opportunity later. But as of now, that's the opportunity I see, and that's the opportunity I want to play. So that's fine. So we are going to test that fair value gap now. Let's see if we get any reaction of it or not. It looks like everyone's sleeping today. All right. 1 second. All right. Questions, guys? Any questions? Anything you want to ask? Anything you want to know? Till we are waiting for another opportunity on NAS, maybe? Will we be looking at NAS for? NAS is not at all clear. It's clear to a certain extent, but not clear on the other side of it when I see it. It's just weird seeing this sort of price action, which is normal. Like you see this every time in Asia, but in the last couple of days, last couple of weeks has been a bit naughty, NAS. Naughty from the perspective of not doing what exactly it always does, and that's basically a bit confusing on how the market should react on certain areas. So yeah, just confused with NAS over the last couple of days. Like yesterday I had a beautiful trade on NAS. We took a shot at the open and it was beautiful. I think around 2 hours something. Went very well. I did not trade the London session yesterday. I wanted some rest, so I basically just did not trade it, and then I came back during the New York session, and yeah, it was fun. It was good, 2 point something hour, and I was done for the day. After that, I did not take any other trade. It feels like you feel tired, right? You do trading every day, every single day. You're waking up early, and then there comes a day there you're like, I don't give a shit. I'm not gonna trade. So yesterday was that day for me. So let's see if we can react in this fair value gap. As of now, it looks good. I mean, once we have got there, we bounce back quickly. We tried to go down again. We are bouncing back quickly. Let's see how we close this candle. If we can close this candle bullish, that would be good, because then we would have swept this liquidity and then we can start bouncing from there. But yeah, what you want to see in this sort of a, when you see back-to-back, or when you see a fair value gap, right, above previous day high or above some sort of session liquidity, it's okay to retest it, but once you retest it, you need to show a confirmation pretty quickly. So once like you have done this, you want to see that, okay, maybe in the next 2 to 3 candles, we are basically pushing above the previous high that was formed. That kind of gives you confirmation that, hey, yes, the market does want to go higher. It is just gathering more liquidity. Now, if the market comes lower and goes below this fair value gap, then you are like, okay, whether this basically even is any sort of displacement, because at this point of time, yes, this looks like a displacement, but can we push higher? That is the question that you should always ask when you are basically sweeping some sort of session based liquidity, some sort of previous day high, previous day low. So just remember, if your entry model was a sweep of liquidity, but time-based liquidity was far away, but equal highs or lows got swept instead, what would you see this as? Yes, I would see that as significant. If I'm seeing some sort of equal highs, equal lows getting swept and they were like a lot of equal highs, equal lows in a session, I will treat that as session liquidity as well. Even though that's not really like the session high, session low, it's still valid liquidity to look at. You cannot ignore it. Alright, nice. Let's see 15 minute. What is 15 minute telling me? 15 minute is telling me fuck all. Yeah, I think for NAS it's very simple. Wait for the sweep of London Q1 low and then decide what it wants to do. And gold also is looking more and more, it wants to go lower. So that's fine. We'll take a 0.5 hour loss if that happens, and then we'll move on from there. So let's see. Like, you don't want to see what is happening right now. So normally, as I said, what you want to see is go in, come out, and straight away start pushing higher. But when you see a closure below a certain liquidity level, which we were looking at before, you're like, okay, this is not good. Now, can the market straight away react and start going higher or not? It's simple. If you start seeing close below previous day high again and again, that would indicate to me that, hey, that the market might not have the strength that you were thinking it might have. Because you don't want to see multiple closures below this level now. And if you see that, that's fine. That's completely okay. Like, you obviously you lose the trade, but in terms of how the trade should work out, you should not see that happening. You should be seeing, okay, I've gone down, I've reacted out of it. Look, I'm trying to go higher now. So those are like small things, small details that you look for, that you are like, okay, will the market do this or not? Will the market do that or not? And that's how you play the market. So this price action is not really looking good and not really entertaining me enough. So if I get stopped on this, I'll see if I get another opportunity. But I will still be looking for longs on gold as of now, because of the targets that it has left. Maybe some sort of correction down and then higher. That would be fine by me. I don't mind. But until that happens, then we'll have to stay. NAS, let's see whether we can sweep this previous day low. Oh, sorry, this London Q1 low. Alright. So waiting to see what happens now. Questions, guys? Questions? Anyone? Let's see. What is Dow Jones doing? Q1 gone. S&P has not taken the Q1 as well. So S&P and NAS has not taken Q1, but Dow has taken Q1. So that's a small little SMT going on right there. That's fine. Let it do its thing. Let's see. Like if without a Q1 sweep I want to take a long here, like just FYI, if there is a long that is without a Q1 sweep, do I see anything? No, I don't see any ways I can enter that without a Q1 sweep. I need a London Q1 sweep or a Asia LO sweep before I can even think of entering. Yeah, you'll have to wait for that. But once that happens, you'll have an opportunity for sure. In either direction, like once that gives ways, maybe you will get a trade for the day and you can ride it all the whole day. Quite a few turtle soups lately. Maybe gold wants to retest Asia high and go up. Possibly. Where is Asia high? Yeah, it could. And there is an order block there as well. Like the reason I have put my stops here and not over here is because I just felt it should not go there. Because we are sweeping previous day high. In my mind, I'm thinking, okay, if we have swept previous day high, we should not invert the first fair value gap that we formed to sweep it, right? And that could very well be the case that it might go lower to Asia high and retest it and then go higher. It could very well do that. But my mind tells me that, hey, like I have left a fair value gap on all lower time frames. 5 minute has a fair value gap, 2 minute has a fair value gap, 1 minute has back-to-back fair value gaps. I should respect those. Like in my head, that's what I think and that's what I want to happen. If it doesn't happen, that's fine. If we go down and then stop us out and then from here we get an entry, again, I'll take that. Maybe I'll get a better risk to reward. I'll be happy to take that entry. It's just what my brain tells me should happen and what should, like, it's just a decision making process, right, at the end of the day. So yeah, I mean that's the main thing I'm looking at. Like, okay, so look at this. We have left a fair value gap on 5 minutes right over here, right? We have left a fair value gap on now 15 minutes as well right over here. We have left a fair value gap on 2 minutes. We have left it, like every time frame right now has a fair value gap that swept previous day high. So if the market is indeed bullish, it should basically respect those fair value gaps. It's okay to go and test it. Like sometimes you will test it just a little bit, sometimes you'll go deeper inside of it. That is fine by me. It's more about you should not be trading below it. So yeah, that's why I place my stop loss right over here. I mean, that's the main reason. But let's see what the market wants to do. It's fine for the market to come down first and then go higher. It's more about, so it has come below previous day high, right? Now our eyes should be peeled on whether it can break above previous day high again, but this time with more power and try to create a new high. That's what you want to see. You don't want to see it going down, then retesting and then crashing again. If that happens, yes, that's the scary part. Then you can be like assured that your stops are gone. So you want like acceleration now, like in the next 1 minute or so, you want to see some sort of acceleration up. With this candle, you want to see this candle closing maybe over here or somewhere, showing the intent of going higher. I hope that makes sense. Because if this candle cannot do that, then yes, then you are like, okay, price action is not telling me what it was, not doing what I wanted to do. Hope that makes sense. I'm trying to explain what my mind is trying to look for. Like this 33 seconds, right? If you're closing here, that doesn't give me good feeling. Like that will give me a feeling of, okay, previous day high is not letting price go through now. We have swept the liquidity. That means there is no buyer interested in buying at this price. It's more, in the coming few candles, sellers might take over. So yeah, it's just a decision making process. You decide, you look at the markets, you decide what the markets are trying to do, and you make decisions based off that. So this closure is pathetic in my opinion. I don't like that closure. Imagine this kind of closes here now. Everyone will be like, yeah, he didn't like that closure. In that case, are you close trade or stick? I'm gonna stick to the plan. I don't close trades. Like if I've entered it, right? I've entered it with a theory, with a mind, with a plan that this should be happening. Now, I have not been proven wrong yet. It has done what I wanted to do. It has gone inside that fair value gap. It is trying to bounce out of that fair value gap. Everything that I've planned is happening. The only thing is, yes, I did not want it to go deep into the fair value gap. It has gone deeper into the fair value gap. It's basically like you expect things, you expect them to happen, but is it always going to happen the way you want it to happen? No. So if that thing is still happening, if it is still going inside that fair value gap, if it is still testing it, and if it's still trying to break out of it, that means whatever you planned is still happening. So you need to give it time and space to happen. If you get stopped out, you get stopped out. Losers are part of this game. Losers are part of being a trader. If you will take losers, it's not like, oh, you've made massive mistakes. There's no mistake in this trade. For me, this is a perfect textbook trade where you have swept previous day high, you have shown fair value gaps, you are basically trading back inside of them, and maybe you'll just fall down and you'll just stop, it will just stop us out. But at the end of the day, the plan wise, you have clear target from 1 hourly chart, which is telling you where it should go, which is here. You have clear displacement on the 5-minute chart where you swept some area but you left a fair value gap and now you're trading inside of it. You have clear acceleration gaps on the 2-minute, giving you a good target to have as well. So everything is pointing towards a single direction. The only thing that's pointing towards the other direction is that the previous day high has been swept and we have not shown follow through after the sweep of previous day high. That's the follow through part is the only thing that's missing, and that could happen in this candle or the following candle or after stopping us out. So you're still playing your plan. It's just that when does the market want to do that? It's not going to send us a telegram and tell us, right, this is when I'll do. You take a call, you make a decision, you take a trade. If it works for you, it works for you. If it doesn't work for you, well, better luck next time. Right? That's what trading is all about. So nothing to see on NAS still. Very slow price action. It's all, Ilyara, it's all about you knowing what the market is trying to do. You take a call, you make a decision, you enter a trade. Based off those decisions, sometimes it plays out, sometimes it doesn't play out. When it plays out, you get paid very well. If it doesn't pay out, then it's fine. It's you move on. You may move on to the next trade. You forget about the previous one, and you make new decisions based on what you get, the new information that you are getting. But as of now, like, it's still trading inside of this fair value gap, right? It's still respecting our fair value gap that we have drawn. It is still saying that, okay, look, I bounced again, I came back inside, I got rejected, I came back inside, I again bounced from the 50% area. So those are the things that I look for. Yes, the market might do it straight away. Sometimes the market might take some time to do it. Like yesterday's gold trade, day before yesterday's gold trade that we took together, I think, in the morning session. I was like a bit skeptical about that trade, but what happened at the end? The trade that I was confident about, which was NASDAQ, didn't do what I wanted it to do. Or maybe it did do what I wanted it to do, but I got stopped before it did that. But gold, which I was less confident about, went to full TP. So you make decisions, you enter a trade, and if I would have, imagine I was not so confident about gold, and if I would have closed it, just because I felt less confident about it, I would have missed out on all the profits. But I kept my mind in the right place that, hey, it looks good to me. I have taken this trade, I'm going to stick to my plan. And that resulted in the winner. So for me, it's very simple. If I've clicked buy or if I've clicked sell, then I'm going to stick to my plan. Whether I realize it straight away that it was stupidity. Because it's a lesson. At the end of the day, it's still a lesson that if I made a mistake, then also it's a lesson. If I did not make a mistake, then also it's a lesson. So respecting your plan is the most important thing that you can do in trading, because it becomes part of discipline. If you're being disciplined in regards of entry, exits, everything, closing trade, entering trade, that's what changes a trader. Yeah, okay, tell me one thing. So yeah, you close your trade because you're not confident enough. But if you were not confident, then you should not have entered at all. If you have entered, that means you were happy to take that risk. Either there are two things that can happen if you have entered the trade. Either you were gambling and you entered the trade, or you had a thesis which you are not confident in and you entered a trade without many confidences. In both the cases, the answer is still the same. You have entered a trade. So let it play out, no? Don't be scared of losing. Losing is fine when it comes to trading. Losers are good when it comes to trading. Having some losers, it's like good. In my opinion, losers are the ones which teach you. Winners don't teach you. They give you reward. Yes, you get money. But in regards of teaching, winners don't teach you shit. Like for my students as well, I prefer to look at their losing trades and try to find out what's going on in there. But if they're winning, in their winning trades, what can I say? Like, even if they've done something wrong, what can I say? They still ended up winning it, right? So even if I give them a feedback in terms of their winning trades and say, oh, look, you did this wrong, they'll be like, dude, do you see the P&L? So for me, what's important is when you lose, that's when you learn. That's when we can talk about what's gone wrong. Because you're shit, po. No, Po has been doing brilliantly well, so I don't want to say anything. Keep going, brother, keep going. Apart from him messing up every now and then on his own, I think it's lack of hair, Pro. You just get affected by outside wind because of lack of hair. Otherwise, you're doing well. Sorry. I think making bald jokes are not good. It's okay. I think Po loves me. He still loves me. So yeah, so guys, just remember, just focus. Make sure that whenever you're trading, whenever you take a decision, stick to that decision. Let the decision play out. If it's a winner, it's wonderful. You'll be happy. You'll be ecstatic, whatever the word is. But if you lose that trade, you don't have to be disappointed. You have to be like a learning. Okay, why did this trade get stopped out? Okay, these are the reasons this trade got stopped out. So you take that step back and you say, okay, these are the reasons this trade got stopped out. Next time I'll try not to make these mistakes again. Just simple things. Nothing too brilliant. Nothing that changes everything. It's more about just remembering what to do. Save so much money on shampoo. I think you have been buying your prop firm accounts with the money you saved on shampoos, bro. But yeah, like Po has been doing brilliantly. He made some mistakes. I'm sure he's happy for me to talk about it. Po, is it okay if I kind of talk about the mistakes that you made? I'll ask him first. Po, tell me. Come on, there are other people in here which will love to hear that. 100% good. So, like, he made some mistakes, some misclicks, entered a bigger position, forgot about a limit order that he has placed for a stop loss. So those mistakes are human errors. They are the ones which can be controlled, by being more active, by looking at your charts more, better. So those are the things that can be stopped, and that's the things that he's working on. But otherwise, his win rate is good. He's basically looking at around 60% win rate with a very good risk to reward and expected profit expectancy. Everything looks good for him. It's about those manual mistakes that he's been making. Once they are taken off, I think the trajectory looks good. So yeah, he's doing the same things. Like, on the other hand, there are traders who are not even taking my trades. If I'm trading NQ, they're trading gold. If I'm trading gold, they're trading NQ, because they're like, okay, if we get your trade, it doesn't teach us anything. So make your own mistakes, kind of a thing, right? So let's see. I'm not liking this price action at all. But again, we have left fair value gaps. Again, we are trying to respect them. So this time we have achieved the 250% of these two fair value gaps on the 2 minutes. But if you'll ask me, am I liking this? No, I'm not. This is not good. We are not able to accelerate. We are sweeping and then getting rejected, sweeping and then getting rejected, which is not great. But yeah, let's give it time. Let's let it play out. I can't move my stops yet, because if I get a displacement higher, yes, I can move my stops, but not yet. As of now, you just have to let it play out, let it do what it is doing, and then make a decision maybe later. Okay, NAS has swept London Q1 low, so that's good. Now what you want to see is whether it can show reversal. So simplest of words, this will be your order block of sweep, and then you want the price to trade above this now. If the price can do that, if price can trade above this, then there is a trade, otherwise there's nothing. So for NAS, you just wait and watch, and for gold, it is just looking bad and worse and worse. I don't want to see this. This is not what I wanted to see. When we went up, I wanted us to sustain that and give a follow through, but yeah, let it play out for a bit more. I think, yeah, our stops are in the right place. Yeah, I'll let it do what it wants to do. I don't think we can change our stops to here, because there is equal lows over there. So there's a high chance the market might just go down to sweep them and just test the lower side of the fair value gap and then bounce. That's really possible. There's an order block right over here which has swept this liquidity, which swept the previous day high. So there is a chance that the market could bounce from here. So I'll just let it do its thing. But yeah, this is not a good looking candle. It took the 34320 liquidity. Yes, it did. Yes. But the thing is, like, even that liquidity is like not, I mean, it's a strong liquidity, I agree. But at the end of the day, you just have to wait and watch. You let the market do its thing. Really can't just keep entering and exiting a position just because I feel that, oh, this might not happen. So you just, let it play out, let it do its thing, and then you decide, okay, maybe there's another position that you might get later on. So that's the whole concept of my trading, at least. Is this even a sweep on MNQ? Okay, let's see. Well, it depends on you how you see it. For me, it is. The reason for me it is because we have already swept all these lows right over here aggressively before and then bounced, and now we have come down to sweep the London Q1 low theoretically. So yeah, it is a sweep for me. So I'll not be like too disappointed by seeing this sweep. But yeah, if you'll ask me what I wanted to see, is it this? Yes. Sweep, reaction, close above this, give a proper displacement. That would be the trade that I'll be looking for. So maybe something along these lines. So 2R is right at the top. I might go for higher risk to reward, maybe 3R or something. It's a bit risky as well. As Po was saying, that is this really a sweep? Because it's just a minor sweep. So even this trade would be a bit risky one, just FYI. It's not like a sure shot trade. If they would have gone a little deeper, maybe sweeping this low as well, that would have given us more confidence. But there is no trade yet though. On my chart, it is not swept yet, but yours, it is different chart. I'm looking at NAS. Maybe MNQ hasn't swept it. Yeah, MNQ never swept it. Which can happen every now and then. That can happen. Like imagine straight little sweep and then change in state of delivery straight away. That's good, but you want the candle to close above this. So until that happens, there's no trade on this. You just wait and watch. Let it do its thing. And gold, I think it's gonna be a loser. You have left a 2-minute fair value gap on the other side. You have engulfed everything. You have done a change in state of delivery on that side as well. After the sweep that swept the pre oh fuck, that sounded so weird. So after the sweep of the candles that have taken liquidity from previous day high, if you're leaving this sort of price action, that is not really beautiful to see, especially when you are in a long. What you want to see indeed instead is, sustained movement higher, which you didn't get. So I hope it straight away inverts this, but I doubt it will straight away invert it. So pray to God that it does. And there's still no trade on MNQ, just FYI. It has still not done what we want it to do. Still not closed above this. So all you can do is wait and watch. You need to wait another 2 minutes for this to close above before you can enter. So give it 2 more minutes. And it's moment of truth for gold. Whether it will be able to just straight away go back above it, then it will be like, okay, now what do we do? Is it bullish? Is it bearish? What is it? What sorcery is it? So 1.5 minutes. If we can close above, I might take another opportunity here. That will be the last trade of the day. If both of them are stopped out, I'll be done for the London session, which is fine. I mean, that's normal. It can happen. You can have that will be a total of 1 hour losers, which is completely okay by me. But there's nothing yet until the next 1 minute candle closes. So we wait. Another minute to go. Gold has been choppy after a time-based liquidity of last few days. Yeah, it's been markets playing a little weird on each and every asset. I'll be very honest. So that doesn't look nice. That doesn't look nice at all. Well, you can't do much. You have to live with what the market is offering you. So it is what it is. I think we'll have to wait another 2 minutes. Yeah. So no trade yet. You keep waiting. Which is fine. Waiting is not a problem. If you get if the market wants to do something and it is trying to do it, it's fine. The thing is, it's already converted this smallish order block now, which swept London Q1 low into a breaker block. So that is confirmed now. It's just about we are waiting for a displacement to tell us that, hey, look, we have created a new high and you can start thinking about going higher. So until we have a closure above this high, I mean, I'm not confident enough to enter a trade on NAS. If we have that, then yes. How far is the stop? 14.8. Yeah, if 1 more minute for the closure. I'm not liking these candles. I'm not going to enter NAS. I mean, it might not even trigger again, but even if it triggers, I'm not entering this, just FYI. I'm not liking the way we are getting rejected every time we are trying to go higher, because this is basically a 5-minute order block. Not really. But yeah, I don't, in simplest of words, I don't like the way we are getting rejected. Every time we are trying to push higher, we are getting rejected. And it's not like beautiful rejections, it's like ugly rejections. So I'm not going to trigger on this. I'll just let it play out. If I get another like chance to see something happening here, maybe I will enter straight away. Maybe on a lower time frame close or something, but as of now, I'm not really liking what I'm seeing. Even though we have a 2-minute closure outside, I don't know. Just, it's not giving me confidence. So I'm gonna let it play out. Okay. Yeah, gold is trying. It has inverted that fair value gap, so that's a good thing. So inversion over here, and then whatever bearish price action came through again from that fair value gap, we inverted it very quickly. So now again you want to see is, can you sustain this move? Can you really push higher? If you can, great. If you can't, then yeah, we basically keep waiting. And over here, is there anything happening? 10. Any questions, guys? Come on, please feel free to ask questions. If you don't ask questions, these streams are just me talking to a chart, trying to tell what it should do and what it should not, and none of you is getting anything out of it, apart from looking at a guy lose some money. This is your opportunity where you can ask things that you don't know about, that you're unsure about. If you do that, it is good for your own trading. I mean, I'm not saying I know everything, but at least what I can tell you is my own experiences, which can help you. Yeah, I mean, they are correlated assets, aren't they? So they will be rejecting all of them. All of them are supposed to act like each other. So that's not a surprising factor. It's more about, for me to make a decision on a trade, all I care about is what is it trying to do here, and it's very unclear what it's trying to do here. There's no liquidity, there's nothing. What is it trying to do? And gold again has got rejected from the same place. Are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, wait and watch. I think gold's gonna get stopped out. This is the third time it's trying to do this. It's not really looking great. If it would have created a new high, I was thinking of moving stops here, but it did not create a new high yet, so I can't move it. So gold is kind of stuck inside of this tight range, which is fine by me. Let it be stuck. So when this sort of price action happens, right, and you're stuck, then I feel that there is more liquidity that this market wants, and that liquidity most likely is this order block. So it gives me now it's giving me feeling that it just needs more liquidity, and that liquidity most likely is the order block. So yeah, it is what it is. It will be most likely stopped out now. Nothing to see here. Everything is very slow. And there's no SMT anymore. Yeah, there's nothing anymore. All you can do is wait and watch. That's the only thing that you can do. That's the only thing that you should be doing, to be honest. Yeah, I mean, all you can do is wait and watch. I think another 8 minutes and maybe this market will make a move in one direction or the other. As of now, there's nothing that I can see happening on NQ which can tell me that, hey, this is what I wanted to do. So yeah, it's all about waiting. It's all about just holding onto your breath and saying that, hey, please do this. So yeah, let's see what NQ wants. It might accelerate higher. Like for me now, if I want to enter this, for me it is very simple. Leave a 2-minute fair value gap, and I'll use that low 2-minute fair value gaps low as a stop loss and try to enter that trade. Until you do that, there is no trade for me, because I don't know where you're trying to go for, what you're trying to go for. Because even though you have swept previous London Q1 low, but you haven't shown me any power during that period. The first reaction was beautiful. The first reaction out of the London Q1 low was amazing, good. But then you just stalled and you're just not doing anything. So what you want to see is like, okay, first reaction, tuck tuck, retest, follow through. And both the assets have not shown any follow through. After the first initial push higher, they just stopped. So yeah, I'm not in a trade on this one, so just FYI. So not in a trade on this. I'm in a trade on gold, but gold is looking pathetically bad. Most likely will be stopped out in my honest opinion. So if you want to exit this one, I would say it's still minus 0.5 hour for me. Like if you took half risk as I did, it would be minus 0.25 hour. This is not a bad place to get out of this trade. So yeah, if you want to, you can. I will let it hit my stops. Sweep then sleep. Yeah. True, by the way. Sweep then sleep. That's perfectly, that goes how gold has been playing out right now. Swept and then slept. So yeah, just wait and watch time. I think it's let the market build up, let the market do what it wants to do for a bit. Maybe it will just wake up and start pushing higher on gold, or maybe it will just go down and stop us out and then go higher on gold. I don't know. But whatever it is, like we'll get another opportunity later, right? Afternoon session is still there, so it's not like it's the end of the world and we'll not get an opportunity ever again. You will still get a chance to trade, you will still get a chance to take an opportunity, and all you have to do is wait for it. To be honest, after FOMC, this is not really the kind of price action you like to see. Like, not like to see, to be honest, you expect to see as well. Because FOMC normally brings in volatility for the week, and this time around it's not been that case. It's like the volatility has to be, and maybe because it's December, this sort of price action does normally happen in December. Like you are just like ding 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 ding. It's like graveyard for day traders. December is a graveyard for day traders because you don't get the opportunities you're looking for, like the big moves, the big sweep and go moves. It just doesn't happen. So maybe it's just because it's December and the market is slow. And by the way, so next week will be the last week I'll be trading for December. So I'll do until the 19th of December, and then I'll take a break for 2 weeks and come back on the 5th of January. Because I'll take the last 2 weeks off, like off live trading. Obviously teaching keeps going on, but trading will stop. For gold, we are in 4-hour bearish FVG, maybe because that is PA. Is that maybe because of that this PA? I mean, really? How far away is that? Where is the 4-hour FVG? There's no 4-hour FVG. We have inverted this one. We are trying to go inside this one. We have not even reached it. So, no, there's nothing. I mean, I mean, that's not the case. Just FYI. Yeah, that's not the reason. It's just lacking momentum right now, Ilyana. It's normal. As I said, December is like that. December is slow. December is lethargic. But sometimes there are some days in December that just rally. You just wait for those days, right? At times you're like, oh, can I be part of that day, please? Because when December rallies, it's a quick rally, it's a unidirectional rally, it's easier for us. I'm looking CFDs and it isn't. Nah, I don't look at CFDs. We are in H4. No, we are not. You're looking at CFDs. I'm looking at futures chart. We are not in a fair value gap on gold, brother. Futures chart. You're on a 4 hour. So micro gold. 4 hourly. Where is the fair value gap? There is one over here, right? We are trading above it. There's one over here. We are trading below it. What did I do wrong? There's no fair value gap right over here. We are trading above all of them. Where am I going wrong, Cuisinier? Tell me. Come on, brother. I know it's tough to type so much. Please do it so that I know what I've done wrong. I'm looking at micro gold as well. This is micro gold. Well, I can't. Yeah, it's okay. I don't know, guys. What FVG are you looking at? Is it sure? You are sure it's 4 hourly? This fair value gap, right? This one, right? You're looking at. It's above the price. It's not. We have not reached it yet. You see, it's above the price. It's not. We have not reached it. You see? This is at 4324. We are still trading at around, 4321. We never reached it. Okay, so that might be the reason. You're connected to trader weight. I'm getting the CME. So I'm getting CME direct data. What you are getting is trader weight data. So that's not your fault. But yeah, their exchange might have a fair value gap there. But the exchange does not yet. Okay, NAS is crashing down. I mean, by crashing down, I mean it's just trading lower. See, this is why I was waiting for a good close and I was not confident about this trade. And I was saying again and again that I want to see something. But now, if we are able to, the moment we are able to invert this fair value gap, if we are able to do that, I would love to take this trade. Right? The reason is simple. If it's a turtle soup of this area, that's perfect. If it can do that, that's very important as well. So it should be able to do that. Otherwise, there's no trade here as well. Gold is going to sweep again. Yeah, gold has been trying to sweep all night long. It still can't. So no turtle soup. No turtle soup yet. So this trade now is about how far lower can we go? So gold is trying again. Let's see whether it is able to sustain it this time. Do I want to reduce my risk? I'm trying to think. Maybe, maybe not. I mean, I'm happy to reduce risk. Now, it's a good time. Yeah, to be honest, I'll move my stops to this low. Just reduce risk a little and see what happens later. And yeah, with that, I will call it a day. And I'll see you guys later. But yeah, so for me it's simple. For NAS, so gold trade we are in, we have reduced risk. For NAS, I want to see these fair value gaps inverted. If we can invert these fair value gaps, there's a very good position right over here which you can take. Honestly, this will be a good position. If the market keeps flowing the way it wants to flow, it will be great. So yeah, the moment you invert this fair value gap, it's a beautiful trade to have. I would expect it to rush higher very quickly. So if it can't invert it, then yeah, then there's no trade. So just wait for an inversion, a confirmation. Do not enter before a confirmation happens. If the confirmation is given, enter a trade on the upside and target London Q1 high or maybe even Asia high. So that would be the trade on NAS. And on gold, I mean, we are already in a trade. All I'm waiting for, I moved my stops now. I've not moved it yet like on the account, but I'll move my stops to 4314.8 and reduce the risk a little, which will put me in a good place. So I'll reduce the risk a little. I'll let the trade play out and see what happens. All right. And in terms of TPs, guys, let's see. First TP, take it over here, 4324. And then second TP is 200%. I'm not going to take another TP in between. So first TP, just the moment we touch this area, 4324.7, and the second TP after that. So yeah, just manage your trade. Be smart. Don't do anything stupid. I think you can do that. And yeah, take care, and I'll see you guys on Monday. See ya. Bye-bye. Nobody wants to say bye. Come on, bye. Yes, thank you. I was waiting for someone to say it. Alright, cheers guys. Bye.